Welcome back to my channel, everyone. In this video, we're going to cover what you need to know for the exam process. When you arrive at the test center, check in. Candidates will be required to store electronic devices such as cell, mobile or smartphones, tablets, pages or other electronic devices in sealable plastic bags provided by Pearson at the test center. Candidates who refuse to store their electronic devices in the Pearson provided plastic bag upon check-in will not be allowed to test. They will be required to re-register and pay another exam fee for any additional Nclex appointments. You should plan to arrive at the test center at least 30 minutes before your testing time. If you're more than 30 minutes late, you may be required to forfeit your Nclex exam and will be required to re-register and pay another exam fee. Occasionally, technical problems may require rescheduling of your exam. If circumstances arise causing you to wait more than 30 minutes after your scheduled appointment, or a restart delay lasts longer than 30 minutes, you will be given the choice of continuing to wait or rescheduling your appointment without an additional fee. Friends, relatives, or children are not allowed to wait in the test center or contact you while you are taking the examination. You will be directed to read the candidate statement below and provide an electronic signature agreeing to the terms and conditions of the Nclex exam. Identification. You will be required to present a valid, acceptable form of identification. You must provide your digital signature, a palm vein scan, and will have your photograph taken. You cannot be tested without having these biometrics taken. For admittance to the Nclex, you will be required to present one form of acceptable identification. The first and last names printed on your identification must match exactly the first and last names found on your authorization to test email. If the name on your ID does not match exactly the name you provided when registering, you will not be admitted to the exam and will be required to register and pay another exam fee. Personal belongings. You will be required to leave your personal belongings outside of the testing room. Small lockable storage is available. However, you're not allowed to access any prohibited personal items at any time during your examination, including breaks. Test centers assume no responsibility for candidates' personal belongings. Hats, scarves, gloves, and coats are not allowed in the testing room. However, provisions have been made for specific religious or cultural apparel. You will be asked to remove any large jewelry or other accessories before entering the testing room. In the testing room, the test administrator will provide you with an erasable notebook that may be replaced as needed during testing. You may not take your own notebook, scratch paper, or writing instruments into the exam. You will have up to 5 hours to complete the exams. Total exam times includes an introductory screen, 2 pre-programmed optional breaks, and any unscheduled break you may take. The first optional break is offered after 2 hours of testing. The second optional break is offered after 3½ hours of testing. You must leave the testing room during all breaks. All personal items accessed during breaks, including purses, wallets, etc., may be inspected by the testing administrator. You will be required to provide a palm vein scan before and after your break. All breaks count against testing time. Test centers administer many types of exams, including some that require essay-type responses. Test centers have no control over noises made by candidates typing during another exam. Earplugs are available upon request. After your exam is finished, you will be asked to complete a brief computer questionnaire about your testing experience. When you have finished the questionnaire, you should raise your hand to summon the testing administrator, who will collect and inventory all notebooks and dismiss you when all requirements are fulfilled. Candidate statement. By providing a digital signature, I give Pearson my explicit consent to retain and transmit my personal data and test responses to Pearson, my nursing regulatory body, and to NCSBN, any of which may be outside of the country in which I am testing. I also agree to the terms and conditions of the NCSBN biometric data policy outlined on page 3 through to 6. Here, you're just giving consent that you understand the information you're providing and you agree to follow the Nclex candidate rules. That's all for today, guys. I will leave the link to this information down below. Kindly peruse through and have a look at the other links, for example, the forms of identification, any information relating to fee, and additional information on prohibited personal items. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you in the next one.